Uh, no.
Instead of just saying literally this, literally that, can you just literally provide a NASA document that says that?
Facebook.
No, I mean no
So it's just
studies
your
or anything.
word,
But here,
basically, so
I'll
we can
give you
ignore it.
all right, fine. Yeah, no, I'll give you a
Come with evidence next time, dude, instead of literally just saying anything.
I'll give you a like I don't know, very high level scientists saying that that's what they do specifically. I mean, look, what do you want? Okay, so hold on. We know that literally a NASA scientist has said that she thought that her experiment was at the very least, warranted more experimentation, and she thought that it was indicative of life. And you all just automatically say that no, she's like crazy or she's some kind of conspiracy theorist or some
We
shit.
did not say that, baked beans. We said that priorities of experiment will accord to what you can do, what you can get out there, and what you think you get results from.
I'm sure literally every scientist would literally like to literally have their literal experiment literally carried to Mars. Literally.
Okay, so literally, what do you think about a actual scientist saying that she thought
Did she
that
literally say it?
She literally did literally say it. So that's the thing is like, so what do you think
Okay,
if she literally said that it was
As long as it was literal. If it wasn't literal, it wouldn't be evidence then, would it? I'm
all
happy
right,
if it's
in all
literal.
seriousness, she did say that she thought that it was indicative of life. So what? I mean, what? She's a scientist. I mean, what are
what is your
all?
point?
What problem
Make
do
a
you have?
point. What is your point?
Okay, so my point is that uh, a NASA scientist said that she thought that it was indicative of life. What? I mean, how? Like, what the fuck? I mean, that's kind of what the whole point was of these robotic
I
probes.
posted them talking about it in the chat, Baked Beans, so maybe you can learn about your claim before you speak up next time about it. Because it's not the Voyager, it's many people, and it's not an issue. And the issue that they actually have, they've stated with NASA, with what their team, with what their team wishes to, continue to look into, and the reasons why they didn't versus what they did do instead, and what's it's causing them to decide to do today. So you can actually learn about what you're talking about instead of
Okay, well, again,
claims.
Educate me. Can you please explain?
I just told you where to look. Don't ask me to educate you when I just said it's in the chat. I don't have to educate you at this point. This is the part where you go in there and you read it.
Right. Well, I assume that, I mean, that's fine if you want to just appeal to the, little link in the whatever you're going to post. I mean, that's fine. But I thought that we were kind of better than that, and we would actually, explain what we mean. If we make an assertion, we would back it up. But hey, I mean, that's fine. Do whatever you got to do.
You're the asshole making an assertion. We're the fucking people trying to figure out what you're talking about. I'm telling you where you can figure out what you're talking about. That's all.
How is it? Again, all I can tell you is that literally a NASA scientist said that she thought that it warranted.
Can you link what this literal scientist has said? Because no one knows what the fuck you're talking about right now.
We'd literally like to see the literal link.
Literally link it, and literally you will be able to literally see it in literal reality.
Are you baked right now, like your name says?
All right, but in all seriousness, I mean,
are you over 18?
Like, how is that? How am I? You guys are like.
Are you over 8? Are you 18 plus? Are you 18 plus?
All right, so
no,
but
seriously, dude, you gotta be 18 to be.
Okay,
you 18?
guys, just chill.
I just don't want to be talking to a dude who's like 17. I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right. So anyway, I mean,
Doesn't even know your age.
Honestly, are you gonna keep talking over me, or are you just literally gonna keep doing that, or?
I literally asked you if you're 18 or over.
Yeah, I'm literally like 75 years old, and literally I'm about to like literally die right now, and I'm like,
no, just if you're 18 or over. That's pretty simple.
How much weed did you smoke?
Let's stop. Let's stop with the.
All right, fine. I won't ask.
We're going a different direction with all this.
I won't ask him. I just thought we keep the rules.
no, but I mean, in all seriousness, like, yes,
Pressing the push to talk button anymore.
Oh, thank God he stopped talking.
Half the time you're speaking, you forget to push the push to talk button, and nobody can hear you.
I know. I forget to push it, but I'm pushing it now. Okay, so what? Okay, so anyway, I will pull the fucking thing up right now. But are you disputing that a NASA scientist said that she did not?
We can't dispute anything.
I'm gonna post it again just so you know exactly. So you know exactly where to find it. Okay, I'm gonna post it again. It's not gonna be confusing. It's not gonna be confusing to anybody. It's only gonna be confusing if people keep fucking saying some shit while I'm saying this to you. But it's gonna be the easiest thing to do. I'm posting the link from NASA regarding exactly what you are talking about, but you have no clue what you're talking about. So it's probably best that you look and see what it is that I'm posting.
Okay, well, literally,
to see if it's what you're talking about. Okay.
I will look at the link that you sent, but again, I'm just telling you that, okay, so if the NASA scientist said that she thought that it warranted more study, I mean, what would you say about that?
Why don't we talk about things that we know what we're talking about? So why don't you just see if that's what it is, and then we can answer questions about it, okay? But we're not going to answer questions about things that you, in your limited memory, of things that you don't even know the specifics about, that you've already had to be corrected on your claim, to see if that's at least what we're talking about here.
Corrected on the what did I have to?
It's not the Voyager mission. It's not. I mean, there's a lot of things, but it's easier to talk about things if they're actually if we know what we're talking about. But if we're just using your memory.
Fine, I agree.
At this point,
is it the NASA.gov thing?
Yes.
The Viking data lives on blah blah blah. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna look at that. All right.
See if this is regarding what you're talking about, and we can find out if this is whatever the lady is that you're remembering it was speaking on.
You know, baked beans. Any researcher or scientists will have, you know, a dream of some sort, and then, you know, a vision that is beyond what can be proven. I know a PhD that makes batteries. Essentially, is working on one of the lines that likely will replace the lithium battery. And you know, if you talk to him about what their vision is, he's going to tell you that the energy density that they foresee or they, you know, dream of is well, it's not like gasoline, but it's still massively more than the lithium technology. And if you look at the progression of batteries and the energy density that as it has progressed, that is like a quantum leap that he's, you know, hoping, but that's not going to be reality. I'm not going to go get one of those, you know, infinity battery things that he's thinking. You know, it's not going to happen tomorrow now, is it?
No, but look, so I have the name of the scientist that does believe that not conclusively, but very probably did discover life on Mars.
There's quite a few.
This is her claim.
What's the name that you have?
Just 1 second. I believe it's Dr. Patricia Ann Stewart, but one second. Let me just make sure about that.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've already looked at 3 or 4 different articles in different places, plus the one I posted for NASA. There's another scientist, and they're probably all scientists who work on that mission, and they're of course making that claim.
Okay, but I mean, there's lots of people that work on the missions, and ultimately, I mean, you have to have, if there's a gray area, you have to have like somebody, whatever, say that it's one way or the other. So, I mean, you're just appealing to whatever the official position of NASA
I'm not appealing to anything. I'm explaining to somebody who doesn't understand that the scientists disagree about the results of that test. That's why some scientists who worked on it believe that it was evidence of life. Other scientists didn't. And the verdict.
So now you're backtracking, because this is again what I originally said. I never said that it was conclusive, but I did say that there are some scientists, again, including the ones that worked originally, including the ones that worked originally on it, that thought that it was not conclusive, but they thought that it warranted more research.
It's not backtracking at all. I never said that some scientists didn't claim that they found evidence of life there. I said that since the very beginning. That's not the problem, though. The problem is that that's not where they decided to focus on. Is those people? It looks like they're still debating over that evidence, and they might still do something about it.
Yeah, they're debating over it because, any number of reasons. But the bottom line is that highly trained, highly specialized, highly, whatever, accurate experts determined that there was, according to them, life there. Or not even that, whatever. The bottom line is that there was a disagreement in the whole mission between them, the people who thought that it warranted more research, and them. Okay, so, and why was it not why didn't they research it more?
Yeah, so it's also saying that all the missions preceding that were based on the findings that they had. So them setting things in those missions afterwards, all the other missions, including the Curiosity, it was equipped with an instrument that was capable of searching for the same kind of organic compounds.
But they didn't land, as far as I know, they did not land in the areas that would be most probable for whatever life, in general, life, bacterial life, whatever kind of life.
I've already told you, and they land specifically at the places where they're going to find the most evidence possible, and that's at the bottom of craters.
Incorrect. They literally... like NASA says that they specifically do not land.
You still haven't provided the documentation from NASA that says that.
You're correct. I don't have.
You literally haven't provided any documentation that says that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't have a citation for that, but I will tell you that.
Stop saying it.
Right.
No, I'm not going to, because I know it is correct.
Literally not going to believe you.
Citation, you have no proof.
Yeah, just imagine this. Do you think it's more likely that we can't find it and you don't have it because it doesn't exist and maybe you're misremembering it? Or do you think that is something that is just hidden from the world, but you heard it somewhere once and it happens to be true. I think that maybe you might be misremembering this, man.
Again, I mean, I agree that it sounds like how stupid could that possibly be? How could they possibly not, if they're gonna spend all this money and go there, how would they possibly ever not go to the place where it is most likely that they would find life? I agree that it sounds like stupid as hell and that it's fucking preposterous, but all I can tell you is that I do believe that it is correct, and I have heard scientists say it. So, I mean, I don't have a citation, or I don't know of anything off the top of my head, but all I can tell you is that I do believe that statement is correct. And
opinion or fact? If it's opinion, that's great. Just listen to it. If it's a fact, have a citation. That's all we're asking.
Facebook.
Let me help you out here, Beans. If I go to a remote place, let's say there's an island that hasn't been discovered yet. I'm bringing a navigator and a chef and a biologist. And, it took longer to get there than we thought. We see a bird. Chef says, let's shoot it and eat it. Biologist says, let's study it in its natural habitat. I say, fuck that freaking bird, let's just follow it and get to the island. We can't do all those things at once now, can we?
Literally a scientist. Literally.
Yeah, so I just shared a link in the chat. I guess it didn't show up.
Nice, it's you. What's in the link?
Anyway, look, I don't really care. I mean, I'm not going to give a citation. I said I'm not going to give a citation, but it is absolutely 100% a fact. And also, I would say that how is it possible that a NASA scientist, believes, hold on, please somebody interrupt me. I'll only be about 5 seconds. Believes that she discovered life and there was no follow-up for it. So again, I mean, this idea that, like if they're, how could it possibly be, like that? And that's their whole purpose and they didn't even follow up on it. All I can tell you is that literally a scientist that worked for NASA says that herself. So again,
again, you haven't provided a citation, so you keep on saying the same shit over and over again.
Mine is like
we keep on pointing it out to you, but you keep on saying it.
My man, Matt is like him. All he says is, "Ooh, really? Ooh, really?"
With her saying that.
NASA's own site literally says that they chose the places most likely to have life to land on in 2015. They literally said that.
Okay, well, look, all I can tell you is that
you're going to say the same thing again that you said before
So
without the citation.
Tell me if she did not think that more research was warranted. You can go ahead and listen to that and tell me if I guess she's just a complete idiot, absolute fucking idiot, NASA scientist, complete fucking idiot.
Well, I guess they should listen to every scientist's opinion and act on every scientist's opinion then, because every scientist should have their opinion listened to by NASA, shouldn't they?
What's the timestamp in the video where she says this?
Listen, I've posted to you already the document that not document, but the page that NASA put out that describes these tests, describes the Viking data in relationship to the data today, and what came from the Viking test, and that there's people who that there's discrepancies. That there's disagreements about the conclusions to those tests, and the part of the reason why there's debates about it is because the data wasn't uploaded. We don't have systems today, or then like we do today, that we can upload all the data and make it less controversial. But the problem is it was controversial. So based on the people who work there, who are actually experts,
what do you mean systems that
more
you
familiar
can
with this
upload
information.
the data?
I'm not going to explain that to you, man.
Well, but Kosher, I think he wants a second opinion. You know, I think he's heard your explanation. And he's like, goodness, how does
he doesn't want a second opinion?
How does Kosher know all of this? Is he like working
for
NASA or something?
Chemo. It's his opinion.
Has he studied in
he's the
in
first
space?
opinion.
Has he been to space? Has he been to Mars? So I think he's probably thinking, Kosher, maybe 2 or 3 out of 10. Probably wants another opinion.
Chemo, you just now shut up here. You have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea what the discussion is, and you have no idea what his claim is.
No, but I've heard you give that link about.
It's his claim, Chemo. It's nobody else's claim.
I know, yeah. And I'm just saying that you've given the link 3 or 4 times, saying, "Look at this link. Look at this link."
No, that's me. I'm the guy who did that.
That's what I said. You've given the link to him, saying, "Look at this link. Look at this link." And I'm saying that he's like, "Well, Kosher, I want a second opinion, 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe."
It's his claim, dude. That's the whole point. He's the one who's making this claim. I provided the evidence for him.
And he's got the answer from you.
No, he hasn't.
It's his claim. Yeah?
What do you mean provided?
It's his claim.
Look. What do you mean? Look, there is no. I don't have enough knowledge to say one way or the other. But what I can say is that listen. Please stop talking in front of me, for fuck's sake. All right, so there is a NASA scientist that believes that the research indicates that
literally again.
You've been repeating yourself for an hour with no citation, dude.
Okay,
no one cares what you read on Facebook. No one cares what you read on Facebook, dude. Just post it or shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Okay, well, all I can tell you is that is literally, I know, literally, that is what she thinks, and she was a NASA scientist. So you, I guess, are saying that you're smarter than a NASA scientist, and I'm
talking out of your ass, and you've been repeating yourself for an hour. Post the link for what.
I did post the fucking link. It was an entire podcast with her claiming that she fucking discovered life on Mars. Like, what more should I post?
I asked you for the timestamp because I listened to that and I didn't hear any of that. So where's the timestamp when they said that?
Well, you gotta. I mean, look, that the entire fucking thing was basically about her discovering life on Mars. Potentially, I mean, obviously, she didn't even claim that it was certain. But
that video is a description on how the Mars rover tests for life, not that they discovered life, and they're not doing any follow-up. Is that all your proof? Is this what you've been talking about for the last hour? Because you're wrong.
Case, then I made a mistake in posting that here.
He's literally just trolling now.
Literally, yeah, on crack trolling.
All right.
Literally.
Well, if that's what I posted, then I agree that's anyway.
If you literally just read the title of what you posted, you would have understood why you're wrong.
Okay, literally. Well, here. So what's going to happen when I post? So you're disputing that a NASA scientist believes that she potentially discovered life.
She never said that in the video. You never watched the video. I don't know what voices in your head said that, but you can watch the video again. I never heard it. I never heard it, dude. The entire video is just a description about how the instruments work to find life. Nothing in there says they discovered life and they're not doing any follow-up.
Again, I may have made a mistake. You're saying that it's some unrelated video. I may have made a mistake in what I linked.
Look at the title of what you sent, man. Look at the title of it alone.
Okay. Again, I'm not denying I may have made a mistake in what I linked, but in 40 seconds, when I link what she said, are you gonna I mean, again, are you
please, please go ahead, link it.
Fine. You know what? Fuck it. All right, so I'm gonna go. That's fine.
So again. You know,
again,
so
I literally again,
and literally.
I'm literally a troll, and again, I'm going to say literally again.
Please say again. Please.
Go on. Two.
Kosho, he's trying to say his video is the citation for the scientist saying that. The entire video is just a description of the instruments and how they test for life. So at this point, I don't know if this guy's just trolling or he's fucking high as this guy. But, yeah.
Baked beans, you're not really helping their situation, encouraging Mars missions. But it was dead interesting to listen to that. Like how you were asking, like, where would they, if they're saying that she finds life. Are you saying that she says life and they're saying no life? Why they disagree?
All right, so wait, I clicked the little. Hold on. So okay, so there we go. So what about this? This literally, I mean, she's a NASA scientist. Again, I'm not saying that she's right. All I'm saying is that she is claiming
I literally
that
don't care. Again, I literally don't care.
Okay, well, if you literally don't care, then there's no point to even fucking.
You're right. There's no point continuing.
But for everyone else,
you literally said it. There's no point continuing.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Not really.
It should be a drinking game. Every time he says again, we should all drink.
Okay, for everyone else that said that this, like, I guess I was making it up, that some NASA scientist, I was just making it up completely, that she did think that she found evidence.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Why can't you get a fucking thought out?
I know, Chris, what's wrong with you?
Because, like, you repeat the same fucking thing 3 times in one sentence. He was making a point,
Chris. You just came in and started steamrolling it. Carry on, baby.
Well, that's fine. I know I repeat myself a lot. But anyway, what about that? What do you think about that?
You linked the 40. So the first video you linked, it was about the that I'm assuming she's one of the engineers, and she's talking about how the instruments test for life. This is a 40. That has nothing to do with what you said about them
posted
finding
another
life.
video. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. So this is a 40-minute. This is a 40-minute video you sent. Where do I skip to? I'm not watching this entire thing.
I don't fucking know, but look, okay. I've listened to the entire thing, and look, can I please talk for 10 seconds? Look. She is a NASA whatever fucking employee, and she thinks that what the evidence that she found warrants whatever strong evidence of discovering life. So what the fuck are you guys talking about? You guys are telling me I'm crazy and oh, what a fucking idiot. He thinks that some NASA employee thinks that they discovered life. This is what she's saying. So
what's the thought here? You can do it. We have faith in you.
Why don't you sober up?
It's not some fucking secret. I mean, this apparently, as far as I can tell, she's been quite open about this is what she thinks about what the whole, mission amounted to. She thinks that, they discovered strong evidence for life and all this stuff. As far as I can tell, again, I'm not a fucking expert. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. But this is what she says.
And we respect your opinion. Thank you.
I mean, it's not my opinion at all. It's just this woman who apparently worked for NASA, that's what she says. I mean,
okay.
So I don't know.
Here's a better way to explain it. There's no citation. It's an opinion. Do you understand that concept?
Not sure about that. I mean, it is her I wouldn't say opinion, but her informed scientific analysis, I guess you could say.
Maybe her professional opinion.
And what is your claim?
My claim was nothing different than, you know, what she said, which was that she did think that, you know, life potentially had been discovered, but obviously not, you know, with a high degree of certainty. But NASA never went back and did a follow-up.
And where are additional citations, or what's the first citation for this first claim?
Again, what do you mean cite? That this is her, you know, claim. I mean, it's not a secret. I mean, she, you know, is very open that she thinks that she did you know, discover life on another planet.
They may have found indications of life. That's what she said.
Again, yes, I never said that she claimed that it was a certain type thing. I just said that, again, exactly what she said, which was that you know, warranted more research, and it was highly you know, indicative of life.
Yeah, but this is the part that you're wrong about. They did follow up on it. Indeed, every mission that they've done has followed up on it. Okay, so
it's like you're talking Chinese.
They just don't agree with her conclusion, or with her conclusion, but the conclusion that someone made, that it actually found that it was proof of life. That's what's not in agreement. But every mission that they do is a follow up.
I never said that it was in agreement.
I didn't say you said it was an agreement. I'm telling you something so that you can now know what you're saying is wrong. What you said before about them possibly finding life, or thinking they found life, or whatever, that part's not, I don't disagree with that. The part that's not true is that they didn't follow up on it. They did follow up on it, and they are following up on it.
Incorrect.
Ah, okay. Correct or incorrect. That's fine. Prove it.
Why does she say that they did not follow up on it?
That's a question you should tell us, man. Because you heard this probably fucking 2 years ago or something. You don't remember anything from it. I don't know what she says.
Why? So again,
here's the truth, though. On the Curiosity rover, they have an arm on there built to exactly do the same thing that these things had discovered before, to find the same thing they found. So they have followed up on it.
NASA scientists that's saying that they did not follow up on it.
I'm telling you that you don't remember the things that you think you do.
Okay, well, all I can tell you is that she says that they did not follow up on it. So I guess you're saying that, like, I mean, I don't know, you're, I guess, smarter than her, or?
I'm telling you that that there's evidence that you're fucking wrong. There's an arm on the fucking rover, of the Curiosity rover, that is made to do exactly, look for the exact same markers that that they claim that they found before. So I'm telling you that you're wrong, and it's built there because as a direct result of the fucking Viking missions.
So why did she say that they didn't follow up on it?
Fucking ask her, dude. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you are misremembering. I'm not gonna help you fucking misremember. I'm telling you that this completely shows that you're wrong.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but so you're smarter than a scientist that NASA hired then.
He's probably an astrophysicist.
Once you have a proper claim, then maybe there might be something to say.
It's not my claim. That's what I'm asking him. It's so he's smarter than the
timestamp where she says it wasn't followed up on. Yeah.
Wait, what? Say again.
Right now, I'm arguing with your memory. So why don't you timestamp where she said that they haven't followed up on it?
She clearly says, I think, multiple times throughout the interview that she believes that it was a very interesting result, warranted more research, and NASA never did anything about it.
That's great. I just gave you evidence that they did, so now you can give me evidence that she said that.
I don't even know if like the Curiosity or whatever the fuck, like, did the Curiosity rover supposedly land near where the Viking lander landed? I mean,
it did not land. They don't land things in the same spot. I told you what the Curiosity, what the influence of that mission was in regards to the Curiosity, and it was the devices they built on it.
Well, she clearly was not happy with what happened with her team at NASA and what happened with, as far as, more research and the results that she got. She clearly was not happy with that. So
here you go, dude. This is from the thing that you didn't read, but it's exactly what I'm fucking telling you. So it helps if you just actually read the fucking things that this conversation wouldn't have to last so long.
Okay, well, I listened to what she said.
I just posted it, so. I just posted it exactly in detail.
What do I need to read in addition to what she said? Like, what do I need to read in addition to that?
Because your brain is not capable of actually remembering things correctly, and so I'm showing you where your memory is wrong.
Okay, I'm looking at the chat. I see people posting shit.
It's a two-paragraph thing that I just posted. It says the data. That's where it starts. It's 2 paragraphs.
No. Big Beans, it's not uncommon that, if you really want something to be true, you will read things and put them into that frame of mind, and then, later on when you cite them, they will come out as if to support that thought that you had. It happens to all of us, It literally happened to me the other day.
It wasn't my thought or my bias in any way, shape, or form. It simply was just whatever the scientist said. And is she bullshitting? Maybe she's completely bullshitting because she wants more funding for NASA or whatever. I don't know.
Here. It's right there on the screen, and it doesn't say what you say it says. So, what?
Okay, what do you mean it's right there on the... All right, let me... I don't know what... So, okay, the data were controversial, quote unquote. Okay, so, yeah, true, I understand that. All right, so whatever, what... what am I supposed to glean?
The part that you said that they didn't follow up on it. It's the rest of the paragraph. And they give you one example of how they did follow up on it.
Okay, so one such, mission is Curiosity, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm not really seeing anything in here that has anything, honestly, really anything to even do with what we were talking about besides it being, related to Mars.
It's your source, isn't it? That's what the lady said. Whatever you think she said is not what we're citing her for saying, because
again, it's not me. It's literally. I mean, I know you guys hate the word literally, but I'm gonna say literally. She is a scientist that worked for NASA, and this is her opinion. So you guys are basically you're not arguing with me. You're arguing with the NASA scientist.
Yeah. Beans, if I say God is a literal imaginary figure that created the universe, and he told me you're wrong, what does that mean? You know, can I cite where God told me you're wrong? No. So, you know, maybe he didn't. How would I know? How would you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can't know because unless you, I guess, you know, have some kind of personal experience with God in your life. I mean, I guess you can't know, but. But, you know, like, I don't see how this is okay, but whatever, the data were controversial, but in a way it helped for blah, 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 Mars missions. Like, what the fuck is this? This has nothing to do with what, you know, it's like a...
See, God told me you're wrong. The citation is the Bible. What? I'm not going to point out where
I didn't get
the Bible, but you're wrong. I'm just going to say it says so. What are you going to do about it? God told me. I can say any source I can state and just, you know, assert whatever I feel like they said. And when the evidence comes down to it and it doesn't say that, you know, I would sort of have to concede, right?
Yeah, you would. But what I'm saying is that this, all I see is curiosity, you know. Anyway, I mean, it's just, it has really nothing to do with.
What I want to know is how are they going to spend trillions of dollars on a space program? Literally trillions of dollars over the years. And not go to Mars, not build a rocket to Mars. Why would we not do that? Why aren't we doing that?
Exactly.
Trillions of dollars.
We are working on Mars missions, though. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, okay. So I guess you think everybody should stay in prison for the rest of their life then or something.
What?
They're bullshit working on it, but really they don't want to do it and they don't give a shit about it. That's the problem.
Wait, hold on. There's actually a video. There's that science guy. He did a tour of this rocket place, and a few of the rockets that they're working on are planned to go to Mars. I'll post the video.
You know, but that's the thing is that as far as I can tell, like, there have been a lot of people that have worked at NASA and they say that it's not a problem to go to Mars. And I don't understand why you guys are so, like...
Well, it's not a problem if you pay me. It's gonna be a problem if you want me to build that thing from cans.
Yeah, but they get lots of money, so I mean, money really isn't an issue.
Enough money now, do they?
Oh, yeah, no, they do get it. They absolutely do get enough money, though. That's the problem.
Oh, they have to stop paying those salaries. The salaries are what get in the way.
Working people that make the rockets getting paid is the problem. I see now.
Yeah, well, what if you just think about it like this? What if you just didn't pay them one month or 2 months? Use that money to build the rocket. Boom.
All those people you fired are going to get new jobs, aren't they?
No, I'm saying don't fire them, just don't pay them. Be like, what, you didn't get the check? That's weird. I'll look into it, and then just don't.
There's going to be highly qualified engineers and special technicians. They're going to find new jobs, And when you ask them, build me a rocket, I was like, no.
By that time, I'll be on Mars. So don't I care?
Yeah, when they cut off the feed and stop communication, and you starve there.
You're not considering the third-party companies, which they cannot force them to not pay their salaries. And that's a lot of.
Wait, we're still going to Mars. I haven't packed yet. Wait.
Terry, you couldn't make it to the upper limits of the atmosphere without shitting yourself. Why are you commenting?
I don't know. I got this comment from Scott Arcanix. If I can quote one person, so Robert Zubrin worked for NASA. He says that in the 80s we could have gone to Mars. So
we did go to Mars in the 70s with the Viking probes.
It is. It's not a problem at all. They have plenty of money. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all.
It's still an event. It's still an event. It's still a lot of work involved. There's still a lot of ways it can go wrong. It's not like every time we did it successfully.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Now they have no goal. That's why they sat there with the fucking space station forever, just oh yeah, we have to it'll be good when we see what the space station does. And
yeah, that's what they did. Exactly how they said it too.
Because they don't have a clear goal. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There was a rocket launch July 30th that sent the Perspective rover and Ingenuity helicopter.
But isn't this part of the thing also that you? It's a high risk investment to do space exploration because you don't know what you're gonna find, but the investment might give very good returns, but we don't know beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the kind of things like explorations. When we go to space, we don't know what kind of radiation is up there, what kind of gases are up there, and so we have to actually go up there to explore those.
Yeah, they're probably that's why, honestly, I mean, people say that there's no incentive to fake. I mean, anyway,
totally.
If they sent people to Mars and they all died of radiation poisoning or whatever the fuck you call it, that would be a really bad PR move for any country.
Yep.
That would just be really bad.
It'd be like the Challenger. They would set them back years and years.
But they didn't know everything. So, for example, they didn't know, radiation was rather new when in the 60s. So they didn't know the long-term effects of all these things. And the first astronauts, which were traveled in space, a lot of them had the long-term radiation problems, got cardiovascular problems when they got older from these things.
Yeah, radiation's a bitch.
Yes.
I mean,
plus we literally use sensitive electronics that are, much more prone to failure in any environments.
We literally launched another rocket July 30th to Mars, another rover there.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Rover, but not people.
No, but we're working on the people aspect. There's a lot of engineering going into that aspect right now, and continues to. They say within the decade, we might have a manned mission to Mars.
And they've had tens of billions of dollars in what do they do? We get, robotic probes. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's cool. According to them, we get all this stuff, but I mean, really, like, wouldn't we all like to see manned missions? And apparently, it's not possible.
Let's say they send a man to Mars. Let's say they send a man to Mars. What will you gain from that? What do you think you'll gain from that?
Let's ask in a more interesting way. Baked, what are you looking at right now? What sort of screen technology is that?
What's this? How's this relevant?
LED screen.
It's an LED screen. Yeah. Who invented that, Baked? Where does that come from?
I mean,
I do not know. I don't know who invented it.
The flash blinders that are used in the space helmet is essentially a welding flash blinder. It is created by NASA to prevent astronauts from getting blinded by sudden lights, such as, turning around looking at the sun. But it does.
So they can spend tens of billions of dollars and sit up there in high, or whatever the fuck you call it, high Earth orbit, low Earth orbit. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but so they spend all that. So
what that technology does, Baked Bean, is make a clear screen less transparent to light. What it also does, it puts colors on a screen. When you shine a light through it, it looks exactly like the one you're looking at. So guess who made that screen? Guess where you got that from?
Where?
NASA literally helped you do this.
You forget that there's so much more additional problems with the Mars missions. Like, once they're there, now what? Because it takes almost 6 months to get there, 6 to 9 months to get there. Now they're there, now what?
Okay, well, where else would you propose that they, according to your model, where else are we going to go? What are you going to do? Go live on a meteor or whatever the fuck it's called, asteroid?
The next place that they are visiting, there's a lot of private and government research into this, is Mars. But right now, they're researching long-term effects of that type of radiation with plants in space and on humans. They're building how they're going to live there, if they're going to live above land or below land. A lot of work is going into this.
Right, and it's been decades. I mean, they can't come up with, anything. I mean,
what have you come up with?
Well, I'm not like a fucking, top rocket scientist, physicist. Fucking.
The gig's up. We know shit.
How do we know that?
Come on, Osman.
You are for real.
You are.
Baked Beans, I'm gonna ask you a question. And you are obligated by everything good and right and moral in the world to answer truthfully, because if you're caught, you're caught. Are you Tim Osman?
No, I'm not.
You are.
I don't know why. I think last time I was here, somebody asked me that, but nah.
Okay.
But, anyway, I mean, we've had tens of, years, and NASA just...
Yeah, dude.
It's what have they done? I mean, nothing, essentially.
No. They've researched heavily.
But we're doing well. How's that?
They researched heavily the Martian soil, the Martian atmosphere, a lot of information that's going to be eventually used. You forget there's billions of dollars of research going into actively of setting up humans on Mars. Actively, and it's been going on actively. I guess your point is why it hasn't been done sooner, but I don't know, that's probably politics.
You should, if I wanted to criticize spending money on wasting things, I would criticize sitting on each side of the globe with the nuclear bombs, just waiting, just to scare the other off from not firing them.
That's just
human
money. You forget the human nature aspect of it. That's inevitable. You wish for a world where everyone is going to be peaceful. Let's say everyone got rid of their nukes and stopped developing technology. Who's going to stop somebody from not and then getting an advantage?
I agree. It's a human problem, but it's still a waste of money.
It is.
You're just sitting there with something that it's not going to provide any quality of life for anybody on the whole earth.
Blame our blame our primitive lizard brains. Ask the section of our lizard brain for that.
No, I agree, but it's misguided, misdirected to criticize NASA for wasting money when there's obviously so much waste of money elsewhere, which doesn't provide anything to the humanity at all.
That's not true.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if anyway, we waste a shit ton of money, but all I can say is that basically NASA, even though we waste tons more money on other shit in the US, like they still do waste a bunch of money.
No, they don't.
No, but they
You should watch the video I linked for you. It's like a 4-minute video.
You know, like at one point, and that was a while ago, because the US is essentially not the world's leading country anymore now, is it? But at one point, NASA was the literal source of half of your technological advance. By that, though, you know, the nuclear missile program was essentially what started it, because half of these rockets that we sent to the moon were essentially missiles with, you know, the nuclear warhead taken off. But all of this rocket stuff, other than, you know, the Russians, it was, you know, developed and caused the development of things that you find every day. You can't get out of your house without touching, you know, 4 or 5 things that are directly derived from NASA research.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we spent trillions of dollars on nuclear weapons, which really are just fucking, the only people that would actually use them are lunatics. I mean, there's no.
That's you're.
I'm not arguing that you need more nukes, you know, not like that, but you know, there was a reason that you got those at the time when you got them, right?
Am I right that, like, I mean, essentially, you would end the species, like, if the current nuclear stockpile was to be utilized, you would literally destroy this species.
What's your point? Yeah, what's your point though?
So my point is that that's fucking, like, insane. And why would, if they spent that amount of money on space exploration, then that would be better.
Like,
literally, so what about that?
Yeah, but you know, they have to fight for their budget. They have to rationalize it, and I guess they can't. They get what they've been able to argue for.
Yeah, I mean, sure, like, obviously that's just always how it is. Obviously, they've only been able to get what they can argue for, but again, it's just insane. Like, having more than a few nuclear weapons is literally insane, because again, in the current situation, it's a matter of you're going to destroy the species if you go to war, which again, what's the point then? I mean,
I think that's the point. Nobody dares to fire them. I think that's the point of having so many, that literally, if you were to fire one, the other side would fire 100 back. So you don't fire one.
Right, but it gets to a point where when you're stockpiling like thousands and thousands of them, it just, there's no point.
I already say it's not Santa Claus.
It means you're quite entertaining. I will say that. You're very entertaining.
What?
You're highly entertaining.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's kept you guys entertained for half an hour.
Hearing him talk so slow just hurts my head.
Right, man, it's just
Yeah, but But seriously, though, I mean, what's the fucking point if you're gonna go to like a global war, World War III or some shit, and the entire fucking species goes extinct? What's the fucking point?
Good question.
Nukes, and just military action generally are based off like game theory and other psychological.
Well, beans the next war. I think
other types of models.
I think like the military are preparing for Armageddon. You know, the great battle.
Armageddon?
Armageddon.
No,
is it
no,
Armageddon?
Armageddon.
Armageddon. So there's going to be a big battle, and you know, the saints, the soldiers. I think they're just preparing. That's what the nuclear bombs are not for humans. You know, otherwise that would just wipe out mankind.
No, chemo.
What?
No. So
what?
Yeah, Armageddon's coming. So we're in the end of days. So there's going to be a giant war. Just like the days of Noah.
Where's that written? That we're in the end of days, chemo?
No, because you know in the days of Noah, when the flood came. So this time they're saying we're going to prepare ourselves this time. If anything like that happens.
Shit up.
Blow away the flood.
No, because it won't come with a flood. God's coming with fire and brimstone this time.
Chemo, let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon.
So that's probably why.
So when the man comes, there will be
they're
no
preparing all these nuclear, because all the countries are fearful. The time is short, right?
But really, I could understand the point of like 3, 4 nuclear weapons, I guess.
But Beans, do you want to know why? Do you want to know why both sides have so much nukes?
Why? Why is that?
Basically, let's say theoretically both sides completely dismantle all of their nukes and they get a treaty. What's stopping the other side from secretly developing nukes and stationing them and then having an advantage? And then one day they can launch their nukes and then the other side would be completely vulnerable and not ready.
Yeah, true.
It has to do with human nature and the way humans are. Like theoretically, it'd be horrific if we could all live together, no borders, no anything. But just the way humans are in our nature, that'll never, ever, ever happen.
Yeah, I completely 100% understand what you're saying, but shouldn't we, at least our rhetoric as a society, we want to kind of be better than we don't.
Right. Yeah, that's his point.
Why not at least have our rhetoric be that we're going to start dismantling them rather than building a shit ton of more nuclear weapons?
I mean, generally, we are on the better trend where there's the nuclear pact, and generally both sides are working to dismantling current stockpiles and getting out of other close territories.
Yeah, they're not
removing
really,
nukes.
but yeah.
But again, that's the point, though.
I mean, they say they are, but in my opinion, they're not. But
that's the point, though. What's stopping the others? Like, let's say theoretically the U.S. all their nukes disappeared. What's stopping Russia then? And they can't develop them again. What's stopping Russia from launching nukes and using that as a way to take over the land?
Say your country had 10 nukes. I mean, still it's I don't know. I mean, it would be very hard for some country to mess with you if you had.
If who fucking cares about if?
You see, all military
who cares about if? So we should just keep piling up nukes, just hundreds of nukes, just pile them up and just keep them in some fucking toxic wasteland.
That's not what happens.
Sure. Who knows who controls them?
Thanks for that terrific philosophy, Beans. You've been terrific.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it all.
Very baseline.
Very awesome. Very awesome.
Very preliminary, basic philosophy. Thanks for repeating all that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a crazy, literally just lunatic that says that. Yeah, I mean, probably we shouldn't have as much nuclear weapons. I mean, I know it's just absolutely insane, and I'm just literally, I probably should take medicine for saying that.
Yes. It's as if you've got a speech impediment, but you don't. I mean, it's really weird.